This Alarmbot single-handedly destroyed Giant X. Now you might be asking yourselves, Teets, that clanker beat a tier 1 team? Yes, that wireback. As a matter of fact, Giant X let it ruin them. In reality, this EMEA team made this fatal mistake that a lot of players make when facing a Killjoy, and it cost them. In this video, I'm showing you how this clink won Gentlemates this half, and how you could avoid making this same mistake. Now, if you can read the title, you can tell that, yeah, robots are really helpful. Just like how Metal TV is the best software for recording clips. Like if someone's clipped you, you can see it by linking your Riot account. What if the program offers that? So whether you're saving highlights for a sick montage or a VOD reviewing to see where you went wrong, Metal's got you covered. It's like YouTube, but only for the best and funniest clips. I use it personally because it's free, uses almost zero resources, and the editing tools are really nice. Meaning you can cut as much as you want and upload them to any platform almost instantly. No more opening the file and then dragging it to Discord only to find out that it's too big to send. With Metal, you can share within a few seconds. Or if you just suck at remembering to clip things, there's an automatic highlight setting that detects key moments like kills or wins and saves them without you having to lift a finger. Just go check out your plays once the match is over. So if you never want to lose your most memorable gaming moments, or just want to fuel my next breakdown, click my link in the description and get Metal TV for free today. Does that intro look familiar? Well, it was for my first ever breakdown. Against Fnatic, Sentinels never broke this kill turret on Haven, which soloed this third of the map, allowing Fnatic to stack A. Round after round, this turret stayed up and Fnatic kept winning. And now that video came out 3 years ago. So how come we're still having that same problem today? Something about those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. George Santayana. Pay attention to history class, kids. Otherwise, you'll end up like Giant X. It's pistol round, and while we might not see that same exact Alarmbot here, this round serves as a good example as to what happens when it doesn't get broken. And you're gonna see this a lot. Gentlemate's plan is to use this turret to hold mid while they fight B-3, but as soon as they're done, they're flipping it around. Turret holds B, they fight mid. It's a useful clanker. And now Giant X are in for a rude awakening because they're headed into 5 mid players. The match starts quick with Proc smoking B main and Vakash darting main. If anyone's here, these two swing off the dart while it distracts the defense, or they get spammed, but no one's here. But now that B main's clear, the defense turn their attention into mid, and after Kamek knifes A, so do these two. Before splitting A, Aura and Westside peek market with their sheriffs, no one's there yet. But Kamek is dashed away. Kamek mollies and retreats as well, but their teammates are pretty close. Maybe they can hold out?
He's on that comfort role of, or I don't say comfort role almost, but an agent that he's notorious for. He's a bit of a different...
Giant X have broken through and are headed for tree, but mates are close behind. Aura dashes up grass and hops into heaven, while Cloud drones A main. It was a triple pinch, but the defense are here.
Can open up that avenue towards the A side, but quick on their heels. Gentlemates are behind them like that. Comeback stopping them pushing up towards heaven. They are corralled in. What is this tempo?
The reason why mid control is so important on Ascent is because with it, either team could rotate extremely quickly. Here, Mate's turret held their mid while they cleared B, and because this area was never contested by Giant X, Mates were able to crunch the offense in tree because Jet retreated into heaven and held her ground. Now, this was only pistol round, but Giant X need to keep this round in the back of their mind as the game progresses. On Giant X's save, they again didn't touch mid, but it is kind of too early for it to be a big deal. Then on their first full buy, again, still no one touched this clink. The offense started the round by sort of defaulting mid, but Jet just camped by arches so that she could lurk later. It wasn't until her team started going B that the turret was broken. But by this point, Kamek was already able to rotate risk-free because the bot was watching his market. There was a 3-stack here.
Still got the Alarmbot here as well. It's just going to be cleared now, but stall to be had, and Kamek succeeds. How's he taken away Westside from that? I do not know, but they're stalled out by Boathouse now.
To the smoke, making things awkward, but the door will be closed.
There they are.
Actually, the ping will come through, the spam possible, but actually it's Kamek to find 2 on the back of that.
They just swing together, all kind of eyes and mind go towards the player swinging from stairs, but Gentlemates again!
Because Kamek flooded in and got this kill, the offense couldn't crunch sight and their execute was brought to a screeching halt. The Giants then elected to wait out the smokes, but this time just recharged Vakash's recon, which no one shot. Then on round 4, the attackers did push mid, but the pistols got farmed. Okay, so in the 2 most important rounds of this game, this wireback was a big factor in Mate's success. Giant X need to start mid defaulting. It's what Ascent is all about. Whoever dominates mid controls rotates, which wins rounds. But that turret was just the opening act, the undercards, the appetizer. Now it's time for the main event. In Mates 2-1-2, the defense recognized that Flickless has his null command online, so Killjoy's playing back in spawn and is letting her bots hold mid while her teammates fight A and B main. Now, with Giant X's entire team facing towards mid, surely they break this Alarmbot, right? The round starts with an exchange of smokes. Procs one way's main, Aura Cloudburst to deny the catfight, and Grabino smokes mid 3. Behind a KO Flash and Recon, Aura dashes up and overarches and posts up on Pizza. A few inches closer, and this Alarmbot would go off. If it did, the defense would be forced to keep someone in this area to ensure no one leaks into spawn, and both sites would be an even 2-on-2, which is great for the attackers. Now, Minnie's expecting her bot to get broken, which is why he's here, but it doesn't. And now Comeback is set up deep on B main with his op, this Clanker is holding mid. It's gotta be A. That's where Killjoy and Sova are rotating. But wait, where are you guys going?
I'm pretty sure it's been mostly towards that B site, but coming back in on this bite, an expected change up.
Why? Your jet sees nothing, and neither does this bot. Had Kamek and Proxy held their ground, a 4-stack would have been here. It isn't B because you can't go or split B without main. Now with those 2 kills, the offense are sprinting to A as their Cypher creeps their way up catwalk. Cloud activates his Aldrone. It glides through main, spots Killjoy's turret, her kit must be here, a Flickless Molly's wine. Then Cloud uses a shot dart to break this nano. KO pops his ult, Cloud jump spots for him. What are these guys waiting for? They killed 2 already.
Thank God Cloud at least goes for that. That's not...
They were baiting for Westside. Maybe Vikash can win the round?
Timing, waiting on the support from Westside.
Comeback is forced to save, but we have to remember, just because you won the round, that doesn't mean you made the right play. Giants X need to break that bot. On the following full buy, Giants didn't default mid and break this turret sightline. Vikash recon A main, no one was there, no one was mid, so it had to be B. And with this passageway so safe, the 3-stack was here right on time.
Yeah, Comeback's not going to show to this drone. Oh, actually it does. The second still finds one behind it though.
I mean, fair enough, and seems so aware of where Aura's going to be, who's completely none the wiser. Oh my God, I thought he was on for another. Deadly as ever. And now once again, remember where we are. It's this bloody Swift position that seems to be the issue. Giant X finally trying to step further forward. But the spike, look where it is. Has to go back, and we're here again.
That loss forced Giant X to take a timeout. Guys, I think I figured it out. We need to default mid and finally put an end to those stupid wirebacks. Yeah, bust that Clanker. I hate those oil drinkers. Wait, do not do that. It is a bad play. Are you sure, coach? Affirmative. Do not harm any robots. Coming out of their timeout, instead of just defaulting mid, Giant X have decided to come up with the most convoluted strat ever in their 3-0-2. And now mates have discussed just how confident they are in their Alarmbot soloing the entirety of mid that they're fighting both mains in their 2-1-3. The barriers fall and Flickless flashes, Grub Smoke spawn, and Aura jumps around the corner. Knife for close, Smoke market, chopped ass recon, and Aura dashes into spawn off the back of Omen's paranoia and flash from KO. Cloud and Westside feel like that's enough noise and move.
All the way in towards stairs. Elsewhere though, Kamek's dug out the lurk.
Yeah, but West...
Okay, so I think Giant's plan was to pull off a double fake. Maybe. These 3 make a ton of noise on B, then these 2 go. Plus Grabino used his ult to scout out sight. This would make the offense think, oh, they're just faking B. It's actually A. The B players then lower their guard, but the offense just re-hit the site. It is smart, but their spearhead died and no one followed her. Or maybe Giants were actually just trying to fake B and have Omen use his ult to join his team on A? Yeah, maybe that's it, but who knows? Why not just default mid for a round? Instead of doing this! Westside activates his neural theft, revealing that A is weaker, so his teammates are joining him. But the defense are sprinting through spawn because this Alarmbot was never broken. Giants are gonna run into a 3-stack.
With that spike, but there's a man standing guard. Prox are gonna try and catch the cross.
Wait, why didn't he teleport across?
Grabino, don't know what he thought was happening there, but it certainly didn't work out. This is all getting a bit messy here. Westside last man, but a 1v2 is not impossible for this guy. Actually, good timing on that. Does eventually get handled, but he wants that pick. With the outdrone, an issue. No one played ahead of it. He's looking for a mistake here from Gentle Mates, and nah, they're not making it this time around. Clean stuff in the end.
Giants may not have rifles, but they still have a chance to win the round with a Guardian and Aura's Bladestorm. In their 1-3-1, are they finally defaulting mid? Okay, well, mates recognize that after dropping a couple rounds, the offense have to save. So Comebacks busts out the Outlaw and is contesting mid. Can Aura win this round? He has full armor. Round it begins with a smoke for Catwalk, recon for Arches, and KO's knife lands at the same time as Westside Spy Cam, granting the offense access to mid and B. Now, while this Alarmbot isn't here this round, the turret is. The offense desperately need to cross this line in order to actually create pressure in mid. Do they? Sova moves up to Fridge while Aura's Cloudburst blocks Comeback's vision. He fires a few warning shots, allowing Giants Duelist to tuck safely into Arches. And now after just showing herself in mid, the Outlaw wants to reposition to catch the offense off guard later. But to make it seem like she's never left, Vakash drones from deep to make Giants think it's clearing a path for Jet to get back on the line. And now as Cloud's drone soars through the air, mates see that that's not the case. As a matter of fact, it gets so deep that it spots the switch turret. So as these two are getting tagged by the suppress, the offense make a plan to try and break this thing safely. It starts by grub smoking tree, Flick bouncing a flash inside, and pinning his knife on this wall. And now because Aura's dash is active, we can tell that Giants' plan was to make it seem like the offense were taking tree so that someone would peek top mid. But no one has. So as his tailwind is about to expire, Aura flies into market with Cloud close behind. They break the turret, and then recon into sight. Look, this attention has baited over Prox's ultimate. Without mid control, the defense's rotates are out of whack, and for the first time this game, Giant Techs are not headed into a stack site.
That's nice. It has drawn the TP while they slowly kind of shift up through short.
Kamek's position. Oh, he's actually. Oh! What's cleared?
Bloody hell, Kamek. Oh.
By the time the defense used the recon to clear the front half of B, Giants were out of there and were headed into tree. KO was being crunched, which forced Jet to stop watching spawn to help sight, which left tree open, which led to her being backstabbed. Vakash tried helping from spawn with his Harness Fury, but what mates needed were rotates. And now that Cloud has an upgrade, this once easy round has turned into a disaster. Mates start the recovery effort by funneling through spawn and carefully creep their way into tree. Once in, Proc smokes main, break the door, and rips a flash.
Main with a Hunter's Fury of his own.
Okay, they're going to know where Aura is, at least one more knife to play in, and then that's going to be it. I don't know how Cloud's gone down, but luckily enough, Westside and Aura are the back line to hold on to it with a pace safe card thrifty.
It's another full buy, and Giant Techs have finally found the recipe for success. By controlling mid as the attackers, you can pull things off like faking B and quickly going A, cutting sound to make it seem like you left, or just splitting a site, all of which will lead to less stacks. So in the repeated 1-3-1, Giants are headed mid again, while mates don't think their opponents are that smart, and are betting on their Alarmbot to handle mid on its own. But can it? Because the round starts with another smoke for Catwalk, a different dart for Arches, knife for Market, and Grabino even teleported on this tall box to peek mid. Giants are heavily prioritizing this space. Aura even Cloudburst deep before crossing over to Catwalk? Wait, why are we not going to break this Alarmbot? Well, because Killjoy's Clanker sees nothing in B main, KO and the Clink are totally fine in mid, the offense have to be going A.
Watching this man. Oh god, I thought he was on for that. Has to try and dodge away.
Jet barely missed and has managed to escape. She runs through heaven and sets up a crossfire with her Omen, who's tucked in wine, and allows KO and Sova to pick up tree. There's a 4-stack.
See Cloud actually not connect with anything here. It's
Kamek.
first and the second.
Oh, it's gorgeous work from Kamek. Playing it very well, but Giant X fighting back.
The rotates were here, but I think Comeback and Prox just whiffed because this once 5 versus 3 is now even. The offense had more map control and are healthier. Flickless goes for the plant while Cloud's drone provides him cover from main, and because Westside's gotten out of tree alive, he has 3 options. He can wrap around back to A main, go through mid because Killjoy's Alarmbot has just been pulled back, or stick around. His decision is choice 2 and starts his mid-wrap as Kamek whips a flash through the tree for Vakash to peek, but because he's so slow, he doesn't feel confident to follow through. The defense decide to group into heaven and have Vakash drone them out. But they have to hurry. Westside is close on their behind.
Back on a flank.
Gotta be the checkmate, right? If it even gets close. But the HP so low, it's really on Mini to do much of anything with this. He's done well on one, but the time is ticking. They don't know about Westside now. They might do. Mini, hold on. And time. Oh, Mini!
Wait, why didn't Westside use his cam? Maybe Giants just forgot what won them that other round, and that loss was probably a good reminder that they have to take mid. It's another full-ish buy for both teams, and the offense surely break this Alarmbot now in their 1-3-1. But in Mate's 2-1-2, Comeback is contesting mid for a bit before getting back to the wings. Sometimes it's good to protect these early bots to make sure they aren't broken later in the round. They've been getting them a lot of info. The buy barrier falls and we see a similar exchange in smokes. One way and suppress for A main, dark cover on Cat, and Cloud pins a recon on Arches. And now at the start of the round, Comeback must have remembered from this research that Gravino loves teleporting up here on mid defaults. But he's not doing it. So Comeback drops down, dodges Flick's knife, peeks into Aura's Cloudburst, and they exchange a couple shots. But like every brain-dead duelist, Comeback activates his dash and wide swings. Aura hears these steps and asks Cloud to activate his Aldrone to push him back, and he finds a tag. Comeback is forced to burn his Tailwind as the drone continues in a market, but is that it? The attackers just walk away without even attempting to go any deeper? Not even an inch? After they've seen bots from previous rounds? I made that first Killjoy bot video years ago. How is this still an issue with pro teams? Now, while that was going on, Westside's been battling for B main. Spycam, Cage to cover the cross, both not gaining much. Fikaj re-clears the area with the recon that Westside dodges, and the defense are convinced. Just like previously, the turret sees nothing in B main, and neither does this Alarmbot. So Fikaj leaves to go stack A, but the offense are creeping through B.
Vinny still has his lockdown too. There it is, comes in now. Are you going to try and disrespect it? They've been held at switch a couple of times. They've struggled on that, but the paranoia and everything sent in. Aura just dispatches of Mini, but...
Now, I think Gentlemate's plan was to leave Mini to solo B because he had his lockdown active. Activating it in this corner forces the offense to make a tough decision. Do you push or wait it out? But Giants broke it, but because Mini let them. See, after using his ult, Mini moved to Sign to try and isolate ones around a triple. But the problem is that this spot kind of sucks without anyone here to form a crossfire with you. You're kind of just alone on your little island. By retreating to backside or stairs, Mini would have been able to survive long enough for his teammates to come help. Or he could have gotten one. And now Vikash's play through the flood smoke has even the odds, and as the rest of the defense flood in, it's time to retake.
More from Chemical, give him the null command. So have the Blade Storm. Oh, had the Blade Storm. Hopeless is found too.
Out of nowhere, Giant X. Just, as long as they make it past switch, they're pretty alright.
That's the win condition.
That's it.
No casualties before switch.
Ooh, okay, so...
What kind of retake was that? Jet died through a smoke, maybe? Or was there a gap? But no one swung with the KO flash, and the paranoia wasn't lined up. You can have all the robots in the world, but AI can't fix bad fundamentals. The worst part about last round wasn't the fact that Giants didn't break this Alarmbot, again, or this retake, but the fact that Giants won. Meaning that they probably don't think anything's wrong with their mid default. But you need to at least go up these stairs, no? Maybe they do it this time. But hold on, the Alarmbot's not there. The round starts and it's still in Mini's pocket. Mates must have realized how broken this ability is and thought it wasn't fair to use it. And now after about 5 seconds, Kamek knifes A for his jet. They see nothing, so Mini Alarmbots B main, and just like the turret, it also sees nothing. And now because Comeback has his Blade Storm active, I think the offense were expecting something aggressive to happen. But 15 seconds in, and they're convinced it isn't. So Omen smokes Catwalk, there's the recon, the eventual knife, and then the Cloudburst. But look, Aura is like afraid of stairs or something. He doesn't cross this line ever. Aura is just holding, waiting for someone to peek, but both teams just do nothing. After some time, the defense are like, what are these guys doing? So he drones down B main and doesn't spot anything. Now, Cypher saw this drone, so what does his team do about it? They Cloudburst mid and start going A? After the defense found out that B's empty? If this robot doesn't break, whatever they do is not going to work. The offense group into mid, and their plan is to fake a B take, but split A. So Cloud tosses the spike to Aura so he can return to main and send his drone through the space. But it's not going to see this Alarmbot. It needs to get broken. Cloud even rips a shock and misses. The defense know this is a load of malarkey. There's going to be a 3-stack on A.
In here.
30 seconds left.
Contact on one. That's a lot more players though. 2 more knives. And he gets
the reset.
The reset. A dream come true for him, and now they're showing their hand here, Giant X. They want to continue on this A approach. Again, last second heroics from Comeback. But Gravino's still putting up a fight, or at least was. Got them 2 and opened up a chance towards the A side. Roxas still patrolling over towards Tree. And it feels like Westside, I mean, we've asked a lot of this man. Oh my God, hold on, easy, easy, just play your life. Westside nearly looking lethal in that.
Guys, against Killjoy, please, please, please break her bots. Otherwise, you are going to run into stacks. The Sentinels didn't break Fnatic's turret, and they got embarrassed. Watch this video and see for yourself.